Hello traders, and welcome to Explain the Charts. Today is June 22nd, 2025, and we're diving into NZDUSD, analyzing both recent news and detailed chart data. We'll explore potential trends, key support and resistance levels to understand what the future might hold for this currency pair. First, let's take a look at the recent news and events surrounding the New Zealand dollar and the US dollar, and how they might be correlated with the data we find on the charts. Recent news indicates that the NZDUSD pair is trading cautiously around the 0.6000 level. We've seen reports of sideways movement as investors await clarity on various global factors. IG client sentiment shows 59% are long and 41% are short. Economies.com provides daily technical analysis of the NZD/USD currency pair, so it's worth keeping an eye on. And regarding the RBNZ, it is noted Christian Hawkesby became the interim governor of the Reserve Bank of New Zealand, RBNZ, on April 8, 2025 for 6 months. Now, let's switch to the daily chart for a broader perspective. Looking at the daily chart, we can observe a period of consolidation followed by periods of volatility. Notice that back in early March 2025, we saw a high of around 0.62, then a drop to 0.59. Then, the next few months saw a slow climb back up to the 0.60 to 0.62 range. The large range of movement throughout 2024 and early 2025 could be related to the uncertainty of the interim governorship position and related market sentiment. Let's focus on a more recent range, from January 1st, 2025, onward, to analyze the recent price action. We see a gradual decline through January, with several drops below 0.56 followed by retracements. In February, there was a slow but steady climb. But the daily timeframe is too long to give us precise information, so let's look at the 1-hour chart and zoom in on the current month of June 2025. Alright, now we're looking at the 1-hour chart for NZDUSD for the month of June 2025. We can see a lot more noise here, with many small fluctuations. The price seems to be bouncing between 0.595 and 0.608. It appears that a major upward movement took place in early June, between the 2nd and the 6th, climbing from 0.60 to 0.62. However, nearly all those gains were wiped out by a large drop a couple of days later. This volatility is a factor traders will have to keep in mind. There's been a slow but choppy recovery in the last few weeks. Now let's look at the most recent candles of the 15-minute chart. You can see that recently the price has been fluctuating, but relatively stable around 0.611. It may be difficult to draw conclusions from this data alone, but we can see that volatility has lowered in the most recent few candles. This could be because the trading day is ending and volume has lowered. So, let's recap. Key price levels to watch include the immediate resistance around 0.612 and support at 0.610. A break above 0.614 could signal further bullish momentum, while a drop below 0.607 might indicate a bearish trend. Given the current market sentiment and the recent news, it's hard to say whether a breakout is likely, but I'd say it's 50-50. Keep an eye out for announcements regarding the RBNZ's next steps, as these will definitely move the needle. That's all for today's analysis on Explain the Charts. Remember to trade safe and do your own research.